It's the trash mailbox and come back in here and we'll turn on the lights and stuff. And people out doing entertainment stuff on their little combustible engine devices that everybody in California says are bad. It's like, well, if they are bad, prove it. And then instead of inventing laws to legislate and dictate, get up and do things that are right. That will have people get up and do things right because they know they're loved and they're loving. Yeah, you can smell all the stuff from it, but smell all the stuff in the air. Every time we get around in large groups and put a lot of poison into the air, we're doing very bad things for no good reason, right? It's for economics, for it got Jesus crucified, right? And Jesus is a beautiful person. He's not a God. He's a genetic molecular similitude. There's a person on earth today that has a body that is most like the temple that held that is the temple for the soul of Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John. We do genetically splice, but the consistency is the proper heart. But it does have genetic consistencies. But that's not always necessarily the case, because faith can change the course of molecular structures. If someone actually gets Jesus and believes, and then she meets a guy who wants his best, to believe in Jesus and stuff, you can get a body that's a temple for the soul like Jesus. And it's way cool. And they typically look similar. So, yeah. Jesus doesn't look like Ned the Wino, painted by Jimmy Walker, or not painted by Jimmy Walker. Who knows who painted it? On Good Times. No. He has more of a... he looks more like photos of me when I was younger, and less like, people want him to... The hair of wool and stuff. I have thick hair, and my feet bronze in the sun. And, but underneath I'm light skinned. Yeah, but I tan a lot easier than a lot of people in my family and other people that are British. I tan quicker and turn bronze instead of burn and get pink, and and so it's just my genetics. And but it's interesting the way people quibble and fight over nonsense and won't stand up and do anything meaningful for love. It's disturbing, more or less. Yeah, it's disturbing. It's more disturbing than it is interesting. But I'm not mad at myself for saying yesterday, when I got that thing through this rush, through this traffic and this technology, that I was like, no, not... I was sitting there listening to music and I started talking to Max and Nimmy's mom. My dreams were horrible, and it has a lot to do with military intel. Because they give you this thing like, yours, it's never gonna stop. This will just keep being this way. And it's like, it's already stopping. It's already stopping. Yeah, service, whatever, with Idris Elba, that stupid commercial. The people in those rooms where they wear Kim suits and shit. And so, don't touch anything, stuff like that. It's combos. Some of the stuff can make people sick because they don't want to pay out wall suits. Why do you think they're trying to get robots to be able to build them? And two, it's to make sure that the merchandise works properly and doesn't have a lot of recalls and then, lose lots of money. So it's multi-layered. Whenever wackadoodles do wackadoodle shit, and there's things that they do. So there's always many different perceptions and reasons. When you're doing things right, you do it because it needs to be healthy for people. Like Haile Selassie said, when you do things, learn things properly, and share things properly and stuff like that, you share it for the benefit of all humankind, or it negates all the wisdom. And so There's no law of wisdom in the peck of woods on the pussy plantation, building things to manipulate people over money. Okay? Anytime a small-minded, aggressive, vicious individual uses money and technology to manipulate people, you can't refer to that as wisdom. Okay? Wisdom is eternal understanding of the natural laws provided by the glory of grace for us to love one another, and how to share that with humility and kindness. Okay, that's wisdom right there. That's the definition of wisdom in a nutshell. What kind of a nut has a shell? This nut has a shell. So when you sit there and you explain to people linguistics, they sit there, well, that's not what the word means. I don't give a damn what the dictionary says. The dictionary is put together by a bunch of people that use money and technology to invent human perceptions they call laws, agree to it, and then fight and kill over it over money with technology. Just because you invent something doesn't mean it actually has practical, wise applications of physics and reality. All right? So reality has to be based off of the natural laws that provide our lives to sustain our reality, to perceive it, to share and care because of it. Okay? So you got to understand, when you watch TV and you watch the people on TV that are manipulating you with technology for money, that they are sick and twisted individuals that are addicted to what they're doing. When people are addicted to what they're doing, okay, they cannot control themselves, they can't stop themselves. That, like I told you guys many times, I said they're aware of what they're doing, they just don't understand what they're doing. Because if you understand what you're doing, it's like, ooh, park cars, bars, and wars, apply physical laws, prayer. Whoa, why is that plane flying? Because they're aware of what they're doing, but they don't understand what they're doing. That's why I am the focal point of fixing technology. And everybody's, well, they think they got it under control. They're just addicted to genocide operations because they're aware of what they're doing. Okay, oh, trust me. The technology is getting better than them. It's just taking a while because addicts are aware of what they're doing and they don't know what they're doing and they don't stop. So they have to be stopped. It's in all the religious books. Well, the one that would really help today was reading that one again and looking at it the way they had it in that new translation from my sister's vacation Bible school people. It's like, holy crap. He doesn't say it the way they all say it. He's saying it that way. So our Father who art in heaven is the guy during the apocalypse who's born in the last cruces. Yeah, from the book of Revelation, the Spirit of John, from the Mormon God, Yahuwah. Yahuwah. You know? We're like, it's me. And so, yeah, so all that stuff Suzuki and Sun Yat-sen keep telling me is kind of, okay. So today I just kind of rested and connected to the two largest metroplexes in close proximity to me, El Paso and Albuquerque. And then went, you know, just let out a big, holy fuck burger and fries. Earl, it is you, and you've pretty much done it. It's just a matter of crossing the T's and dotting the I's. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm exhausted. This is exhausting. These guys are such assholes. And the women are also assholes. You can't, just because you got Stockholm Syndrome into a group. They had that with me last night. It's like, she's supposed to be your forever love. Instead of stand up for you in the Lord's Prayer and tell the Obamas what for, she got with Alex Rodriguez, a guy who got steroids and then got stem cell research to survive his steroids that killed Walter Payton. And then, you know, they get together and want to buy sports teams and do a movie about being a stripper who steals hedge funds from guys who go to strip clubs with all our taxpayer dollars instead of standing for a Lord's Prayer. He was like, yeah, I know, I get it. And she did the Boy Next Door movie and hung out as friends with the Obamas. I understand the whole thing. Okay. My wife screwed half of Fort Huachuca. Okay, when I was telling her all this stuff. My one son gets mad at me because he was compromised trying to protect the people like I was trying to do, like I do. And my other son said in order to protect mom from him that he would have killed me if we searched for me, he'd have killed me if we stayed together. So, you know, all my wife's cheated on me with perverts that spied on us, sexually groomed and manipulated us, and killed Michelle and my mother. So it's not like I'm sitting there going, oh, I hate Jennifer Lopez. Oh, she goes to hell and dies. It's not like that. It's like hell is not living the Lord's Prayer. Heaven is living the Lord's Prayer with faithful people. And what do I wish for Donald Trump? That he accepts the Lord's Prayer and shares it with his family till the end of time. What do I wish for Joe Biden? Y también. And the Bushes. And the Obamas. And the Clintons. Okay? And the Rodriguezes. And the Cruzes. And the Afflecks, and the Garners, and the Bingles, and the Bongos, and the Pingos, and the Bongos. Okay? And the people in Japan, and China, and Sri Lanka, and so on and so forth, right? Everywhere, anywhere, every way. And if you don't want to live the Lord's Prayer, you're just an asshole. We're really not that affected by your moody, bitchy, moody stuff. Right? Is any of this stuff... No, future of Israel is at risk. No, it's not. Life's eternal and grace is infinite and I is real. Asking for money, you lying sack of potatoes. Okay, speaking of sack of potatoes, I got cooked the chicken for the potato chicken soup. The 40th National Gun Rights Raffle. God dang these people. Hey, we're going to go after your worst fears and we're going to make lots of money off of it. This tiny coin holds an ancient truth that will bless you and the desperate prisoner of Israel. See, they made that coin and said it's an ancient coin and they send it out every 3 weeks. It's like, how many of those ancient coins do you motherfuckers have? Where do they come from? Samaria. Okay. It's fucking nuts, man, and people believe this shit. So if I sit there, I'm gravity. And I will defy my laws if you don't give me $2 billion by Thursday. My name is Ralph Earl Parsons Roberts. I'm Earl Roberts' illegitimate son. You're funny. I know. So I'm going to throw all these in the trash. So we're literally serious about trash today. There's nothing in here that says Kim or Kathy or To Tracy or anybody important. So here's where all this mail goes. Yep. Same place the Turning Point stuff goes. Yep. We're asking for money from Veterans Affairs. Paternal Order of Police hit my grandma like 5 times in 2 months. Till I discovered it in the mail. I was like, son of a bitch. She's writing them checks and they keep sending a thing saying, hey. So just because they know they have sometimes, they forget or have forms of Alzheimer's or dementia. And if they've got a good pension, they just keep asking. That's horrible. Yeah, Fraternal Order of Police. Wowzers. Jinkies. Right? Zoinks. Like, let's get out of here, Scoob. We'll get Reggie. Son of a bucket, right? So I got to go in there and grab the chicken. We'll cook up the chicken and put it in the pot. Stew pot, yeah. There is nothing like a dame. Stew pot, remember Stew pot? The bass man from South Pacific. Yeah, he was Barbara's favorite. I don't know what the deal is with my mother-in-law liking the bass man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kaylin Gilliard. She was all like, Trisha? Trisha didn't say. No, she didn't say she was a flirt, but she loved her Shelby. You can see why. I know Kay loved Chief. She's just one of those type of people like Law was. I was like, yo, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, ain't it? Me? Hell no, man. No. Once I make a commitment, man, I'm going to work on my grass and look at my neighbor's grass and say, hey, looking good, you know, and that's about it. I ain't going to go try to mow his grass because I think mowing his grass is better than mowing my grass, you know what I'm saying? Like when we talked about groceries when I was locked up in the DA detention center, eating other people's groceries, that's just wrong. Everybody got to have groceries, right? Let people be going after other people's, you know, OPP. It's not property. Other people's blessings. And if you ain't living the Lord's Prayer, it's other people's curses. I'll kill you, motherfucker. Why'd you do that? I hate your ass. I love you. I want you to live the Lord's Prayer and pass it on to everybody that you think you love till the end of time. Well, I'm perfect. I'm the genetic molecular similitude of Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John. And if you don't believe that, my real name is Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. Roberts. I'm the illegitimate child of Earl Roberts, and I am gravity, and I got the Pentagon to agree with it, and I'm going to stop my law if you don't give me $2 billion by Thursday. It started out just like a dream, and like a dream, I knew that what we had would have to end. I was looking for a lifetime lover, and you were looking for a friend. Anybody else like Jim Croce? I love Jim Croce. The kiddos are back. There's a little pink car. I heard them all. They're not able to run around and play as much because all the nuts are down on the thing, and they want Dad, they don't want them crunching them up. But it's nice to hear the little voices. They're so cute. I love children. Okay, guys. You get people from the, what if they're, look, the children need the Lord's Prayer. Y'all fight and kill over money, okay? So El Chapo had kids, right? But y'all motherfuckers made him into a drug dealer because you won't stand for the Lord's Prayer. Assholes, I'm gravity.